Welcome back to the Delpratt family channel. As promised, we said we were gonna bring the proprietor of the Mosaic Luxury Airbnb, and here we are with
Teresa Campbell.
Teresa Campbell. She's a person's call them expats. A lot of you guys call yourselves expats, expatriates. She was once living in America for over 20 years.
Yes.
Undocumented.
Yes.
Undocumented.
Yes.
So we're gonna get into a lot about her background, and also importantly, how did she come to owning this wonderful property here in Hanover, Jamaica on the North Coast. Right, a lot of persons see a property like this in picture books and only imagine owning a property like this. So we'll be going deep dive into all of that here today. So thank you for joining. All right.
Yes.
We have a lot to cover, very interesting stories, and I'm very happy for the opportunity because can I tell you that bringing stories like this to the Jamaican public, to the world over, is something that we strive to do. All right, so let's start by reintroducing yourself. Can we have your name, please, and where you're from?
I am Teresa Campbell, and I am from Sandy Bay, Montpelier, Hanover.
Hanover. Okay, so you're actually from this parish here.
I am. I'm about 10-15 minutes away from Hopewell.
Wow. Okay. And how did you end up in America?
Well, I went there to spend the summer with my dad, because I always want to follow him everywhere he goes.
Well, okay. You're a daddy's girl?
Yes, I'm a daddy's girl. So I went there with him for the summer, just to hang out with him for a bit, and then wanting to work. And I started working one summer, and then I came back. And then the second summer, I asked him if I could come back again and work. So the second summer, I went to work, and I saved up all my money. And then at that point, they were capturing land in Hopewell.
Just at what age is that?
I was 18.
You're 18 at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
I was 18, working, doing house cleaning and washing dishes at night. So I had 2 jobs that summer.
You serious though?
At 18.
You know, I like already at 18. Listen, a lot of people at 18 going over there just try splurge, not try buy clothes,
and shoes.
buy phone and shoes to come back home, for come show, so then you go afar in, but you don't everybody at work. 2 jobs, girl.
2 jobs.
2 jobs.
2 jobs working.
Jeez,
my first paycheck that I got, I called my brother and I was like, you know how much money I make this week? He was like,
I like you.
And then I found out my mother called me and told me that they capturing lands in Hopewell. Muffy's auntie is trying to also get the land, but the people in Hopewell is also capturing the land.
Okay.
So she asked me if I want peace. I said yes. Are you gonna capture peace? So she said yeah, she'll capture peace. Yeah. So anyway,
like your mother, capture peace for you too.
Everybody capture a piece of land, and then in no time you hear that it's a Muffy's auntie land. So Muffy's auntie came in and did what he had to do, and then whoever was capturing no longer was able to do so. So now who wanted to buy had the opportunity to buy, did buy.
This video is brought to you by Stellar Power Solar Solutions. We are your Stellar Solar providers, bringing affordable solar solutions to you. So behind us are a couple of our Airbnb apartments, and if you guys remember, this is the original unit here at the front, and we actually added on at the back with an additional apartment. And as you can imagine, the energy consumption here is significant, and it also tremendously affected our financials. So we had to make a decision. That's where Stellar Power came in, right? And Stellar Power, with a very minimal investment, allowed us to basically bring our light bill down to around 0. And within a year and a half to 2 years, we'll be breaking even with that investment. Stellar Power Solar Solutions can also help you in this aspect as well. Even if you have a very modest household with around a $20,000 or $30,000 light bill, you can make a minimal investment of around 1.3 to 1.4 million and bring your light bill down to around 0 as well. So reach out to us today for a quotation. All right, you can WhatsApp us at 876-495-9574 for a quote. All right, Stellar Power Solar Solutions, your solar solution provider. All right, guys, thank you.
So my mother is the one who picked this piece for me.
Wow.
Yes, and then in the beginning, I didn't have all the money at once, so my father helped me
So,
to finance
question.
the buying of it.
All right.
Okay.
So initially, you heard that nobody owned the place,
No,
but you came and you basically identified the piece, or your mom identified the piece.
never been on the property.
With your mom, right?
Yes.
Identify the piece.
Yes.
But bigger people, more powerful people did what they needed to do, and then
Right.
basically you didn't have to buy
To them.
through them.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what
But this
happened.
was all happening at the age of
18.
18.
Yeah, I was 18.
That's
the
like,
age
what
of-
year was that, if you can remember?
Geez, I would have to go back and do the math. So it's probably was like between 97, 96, 97,
Okay.
somewhere
Okay.
there.
So I take it
Somewhere there.
at that time, no roads would have been in here.
No.
It's just
People chopping it down with
just
machetes.
yeah.
How much did they pay fees?
Eventually, when they do.
Back then, it was about 2 million. Maybe 2,200,000 if I could remember well. I would
You
have
sure
to
so
go
much
back
money?
and check
That
that.
was so
Back
much
then,
money.
yeah man, that was so yeah, it was about 2 million then.
Back in 97.
Back in 97, 98,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And now they're between 13 million
yeah,
now,
yeah, 13
upwards.
now, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 2 million back then is a lot of money though.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. It is a lot of
And
money.
land appreciation is very real in Jamaica. And I think persons are still waking up to that and be like, huh? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And mind you, I do see a couple of listings here. Right, so there are a couple of lots here.
Not selling by the developers.
Not by the developer, like
no,
private owners.
Private owners who bought
Yes,
and
yes.
want to do a resale.
Yes.
Yes, they're the one who's selling back the properties now,
Right.
which they're making a killing.
Yeah,
it is.
So you mentioned that you spent a really long time in the US, but you weren't here doing any of this. So it's very unique because we wanted to bring this concept forward because a lot of persons are overseas and they're saying buying land in Jamaica, buying house in Jamaica is impossible. But you bought land, you built on it for years,
Yes.
and you never set foot on it nor saw it
Never.
physically.
Never.
And you did all that by being overseas. And then you were in a very unique position overseas because you mentioned that you were undocumented. So tell us about that experience.
I was illegal. So the second year, going back over there, I decided that I'm not coming back.
Okay.
So at that point, they say, well, you run off.
Yep, pretty much. Yep.
So I pretty much run off.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what am I going to come back here to do? I
Okay.
just leave high school. My father and my mother. My father is the only one that works. My mother take care of us at home. He was like, are you going back home to go to school? I said, what school? I said, do you have any money to send me to college?
Wow.
He said, well, if you want to go back, it will happen. I said, no, I'm out of your pocket now. I'm working. And my
then
mother,
the money that you're making over there is nothing compared to what you would have worked as an 18-year-old in Jamaica.
no, I probably wouldn't be working at 18 because my mothers were overprotective. So I think at that age she would probably think I'm too young to be going out there and working. But knowing that it's hard, I mean, it's only hotels here. If you don't have a college
Especially this
education
side, yes.
here, you would have to go to the hotel or you'd
Right.
have to go work for the Indian gift shop and
Gift
stuff
shop,
like
right.
that. Or, I mean, whatever is available. For me, going on working experience, in high school, I went on working experience and, I mean, you already know what you're getting into. Now you have to decide if that's what you really want. For me, that wasn't what I wanted because the pay is too small. Sorry to say.
Yeah.
I have big dreams and wanting to achieve
Obviously.
what I want to achieve.
Two jobs, lady.
Yes, and from what everybody's saying, oh, you go to America, you work, you make money. Yes, you go to America, you work and you make money, but it's very hard, especially when you're undocumented. Being undocumented over there, you always have to ask somebody to do something for you.
Yes.
If you want a bank account, you have to ask a friend or a family
To do it for
member
you.
to open an account for you.
And it has to be like a trustworthy person.
Exactly.
But
So
question,
that was
so
really hard for me
Let
over
me
the
ask you,
years.
so you found that, yes, it was hard for you over there, but if you found that it got more difficult as the years went by?
Oh, of course, because the immigration law get difficult every year, so you have to be worrying each time the new law comes out. You start fretting, wondering if they're gonna come and catch you working, and they're gonna actually deport you. What you're gonna do when it actually happens.
Yeah.
And it did actually happen.
It did actually happen.
It did actually happen.
So you mentioned that you were worried about what you're gonna do when it did eventually happen. But would you say that you were making some form of preparation even from the first year that you went there with your mom buying a property in Jamaica? Like, what was your mindset like? Being in that situation and then making that link with over there, all that situation, all that drama, and Jamaica, and property development, property buying, and all that. How did you do it? How did you make the connection?
Well, buying the property was exciting for me in the beginning because I already know that it's on the hill. It's overlooking the ocean.
Beautiful view, mind you.
So for me now, it's for me to put something on there. What really drives me to go into the building fast is being over there illegal and knowing that at some point they will deport you if you get caught. And what am I coming home back to? I don't want to go back to my parents' house. I want my own place.
So how long ago did you start this building process? Because mind you, this is a 3-story, 3 levels. Like how many square feet?
It's about 8,000 square feet. When the plan was drawn, it was drawn for 5,000.
The lot is square up 4,000.
The lot is a quarter acre.
The ground, the square footage, the floor
for the house
is 8,000.
For this house,
right,
yes.
So 8,000 square foot.
Yes.
Footprint inside here.
Yes.
Quite massive.
Yes.
I take it that it would have cost a pretty penny to do all of this.
Pretty penny, hard work, no sleep.
Yes.
No sleep.
So you mentioned that you basically, so she just saw this house when?
After 27 years.
27 years. So June this year was the first time.
July this year was the first time I stepped foot on this property.
This property that you saw us tour before was built, reconstructed, all them redesigning and all them things there, furniture, everything. And at July, the first time she see it.
Yes.
Now, you talk about perseverance because you couldn't see nothing.
No.
Why were you determined to build? You couldn't see it. You didn't know what you were getting.
Because I didn't see myself getting citizenship in America to feel comfortable living in America. So my only choice was to focus on investing back home and then working and coming back here to actually live and enjoy life, because I left here at a very early age, so I never get to do none of that fun thing, right? Because I was very young, and 18, and living abroad, you either party or you go for your dreams. For me, I stick to my dreams, right? I know I want the big house on the hill. I know I want my friends to visit me. I know I want to have all my family visiting, everybody laughing, having a fun time.
I want to have a certain lifestyle.
Yes, I want to be the one who always have all the family and the friends together. And of course, wanting to achieve this for me was what pushed me to actually go for it and never stop, even though I was working over there.
But persons talk about building in Jamaica, and the first thing they talk about is a lot of them teeth ripping off. But what was your experience?
I never had that experience. My uncle is the person who was in charge of ground up with the property. Construction, yes. So he when I had the plan drawn, about 5 years before I actually started
building.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not like a one time.
No.
It's over a period of time.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So you mentioned your uncle was the one that built. A lot of horror stories we hear sometimes, relative people off.
No.
But what did you think was the difference with your situation versus a lot of other persons? And what did you do differently?
I was also a hunker girl too.
Uncle girl.
Yeah.
So you were close to your uncle.
Very close.
Good. I'm proud of you.
I was one of Uncle's favorite.
You're lucky.
You're a family girl.
Yes, yes.
You're a family girl. So you were always surrounded by family.
Yes, I
But
love
outside of that,
family. Love
you
family.
did mention that, during the construction process, you had camera set up at one point.
Yes.
Stuff like that. Just take us through some of that. Because even though, you're with the person that you trust, there are still some things in construction. There can be errors. You're not here on the ground. Even if somebody's not ripping you up, but they can just be making a mistake.
All right.
Or they may be doing the thing maybe not in the way that you wanted it to be designed in this particular way. So you had a network, a camera set up. You haven't been home you haven't seen space in over 20 years.
No.
But you have a camera network set up to kind of gear the thing through. Is that it?
Yes. So in the beginning of it, we started off with Skype. That's when Skype was in. We started off with Skype, and of course, I have people who take pictures back then. They would take the picture, print it, and send to me.
Oh, so before it was digital.
Oh my God.
Hey, you see, we did an excuse, Before digital cameras, where you can snap a picture and send in the blink of an eye. Girl had pictures being sent to her.
By mail, right?
Yes, by mail.
Man.
By mail, or if anybody is traveling, they would get it printed off and send it to me.
Wow.
And you had
Skype.
persons. So you had your uncle building.
Yes.
But did you have other persons who were also here that were looking, overseeing?
Yes.
You could have conversations with.
Yes. My family, they're always in and out. And then I have a friend, my friend Gavin. He was always here, so he was my Skype person. He's always the one who's Skyping back then. After we done the picture part, we went into Skype.
Yes.
Skype is like your
the video call.
Video call entry.
But that was before the FaceTime and the WhatsApp calls. Skype was the way.
Yes.
The Yahoo
Skype.
video calls.
Skype all the way.
Yep.
So what he would do during the day is he would come here, and then we would be walking whatever thing he have. He would be walking and showing me everything. And then of course WhatsApp came in, which was
phenomenal. Make like instant. You could be there in the instant.
You never start with a video call, but at least you had 4 instant messaging photos.
Yes, photos. Yes.
How many phases did you build in? So nothing. It was done over years, so it must have been phases. Like how many phases?
So for the first floor, we started off with the first floor, and then I probably paused. So every year I would pause. So I would work. In America, sometimes you work seasonal, right? So I would work. I would throw my partners, and then I would do 2 or 3 hands per partner. So by the time the week come, I'm fully broke. All my money going to
but at least you know.
Yes.
Yeah, look forward to see what people.
Right. So what I did is each time I'm gonna work on the house, I wait for season to begin, right? And then I would pull all my partner draws.
Yeah.
And then I would call my uncle and I would tell him how much money I have and what can we get done with this.
With amount of money.
Yes.
Nice.
And he would say what you want to get done. I said, all right, let's do the first floor. Let's finish off that room. Let's do the bathroom. Let's do the veranda. Let's do the garage or whatever else we need to do. So after we get that level done, the money finish.
Yeah, and then you go again next year.
Next season again is partner right through.
Well, most Jamaica know about partner, but for those who don't know about partner, it's like saving.
Yes.
Right? So you see, for example, the partner run for 2 months, just an example. You pay, like say $1,000 every week for them for 2 months. So you will end up with about $8,000.
I would max out myself.
Right. The partner can get an early draw.
Yes.
So you can get $8,000.
I'm the one for the early draw.
So you get your $8,000, you start your construction while you pay your $1,000 to buy the partner finish kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I always ask, before I get in the partner, I say, Clover, can I get the first 3 hands? She's like, oh my God, Teresa. I say, Clover, I have to do this with the host. And
yeah.
So you know, so you're in every year.
Yeah, man.
And so I already know where
No,
you want.
Yes.
Any new person come in, them know so them first couple months.
I'm asking for the first 3 draw, and that money will probably take us maybe like 3 to 4 months in doing construction. Yes.
So let me ask you again, like, so let's talk about the construction process in Jamaica. So you had your uncle, which is basically your physical on-hand construction crew. So he manned that.
Yes.
He was your construction.
He's the only person I deal with. So he gets everybody to work.
Nice.
And then I send him the money every 2 weeks.
He managed that.
And he will let me know what amount of work done, who needs to get paid this, who needs to get paid that.
And you're still monitoring with other
everything.
persons, so in your pictures, and then when the video call.
I always have a lot of people coming here.
So you mentioned when we were doing the tour, because she gave us a tour of this particular house before
we did our
video.
Tour, yeah.
So you mentioned that the section that we're at now, so where if you did not watch the video, go watch it. We're at the second floor, which is the top level, which never existed when you first started planning.
No.
So how many different phases of change did you go through?
So for the first floor, it was just a 1-bedroom, 2-car garage, and a living room area, and another open area which we was gonna turn into the gym. So that's the plan, and then my uncle said that there's an empty area around the other side that the architect had set up to be a dump area. We don't have to dump that area. I was like, let's build it into a room. So he actually get a room and a bathroom and a balcony from that area, which is next to the garage.
That's the room that you'll see. Probably you can insert a little clip of that room right here, Adrian. Right, with the outside patio.
That was never on the plan. That was never on the plan.
So there was basically eras and times when you would change the design and you would add on, and because even where we were now were originally a part of the plan. But around how many years you say you would think from that time to now that brought you from then? Because sometimes when you look on people,
it's this house, honestly, this house, there's one time when I paused on it for 4 years. So I'm going to say it roughly took about 12 years to build.
Wow, okay. But
sometimes persons see you
and... your partner?
Yeah, man.
Okay. So your partner did mention that, when you two were brainstorming, because we did ask how long you think it took, like active construction. He said it took about 5 years.
5 years push.
Right, push.
Yeah,
but when you stop and start, it stretched out for like 12 years.
Yeah.
So sometimes persons see you, Teresa, they see what you've done. But they weren't there to see the stop and start,
there's a lot of stop and start.
Yes.
Now we have to
and then realize, it's a lot of hard work.
Sorry to pause you. In Jamaica, you pay fortnight, right? Yeah. I usually time myself how many hours, because my uncle would give me the invoice before the fortnight. So it would always be a week in the back. So I prepare myself for the pay week that is coming. So normally I would have to do like 80 to 112 hours a week in order to make the fortnight payment.
So let me put that into perspective. So a 40-hour work week would be
112.
8 hours per day for 5 days. But you're doing 12 hours for the 5 days. That is for 80 hours and 120 hours.
112 hours to be exact.
Wow. So you hardly say just sleep at work.
I don't sleep.
Or you don't sleep. Jeez. Yeah.
I don't.
So a lot of hard work. What I would like to carry from this, what I would like to persons to carry from this is from an early age,
18,
you started. It's never too late to start, by the way. So if you're 50 and 60, it's not too late to start. But the age to start is now. It's now. I was mentioning to you that as a real estate agent now, we see so many persons, and even from our YouTube channel, persons always in Jamaica, they come and say, oh my God, we are so inspired by you. Now we are pushing towards getting this dream. But sometimes persons are so hesitant. They're so fearful. I was mentioning to you that I asked her a question in a guy when we were talking before behind the scenes when agent was setting up his camera. I mentioned that when talking to persons from overseas, they can be so anxious. It's almost as if their anxiety prevents them from acting. And I was saying, is it a thing where from the experience that they've had over there that they become so anxious? Because when I meet up on Jamaicans, Jamaicans still say no, but the level of anxiety I think that's a lot of persons have from overseas is extremely higher than those in Jamaica. So I was asking her, of your experience, do you think that this is just from a miracle, the climate of living outside of Jamaica? Do you think that it is the environment itself, wherever they're coming from, combined with anxiety about hearing stuff about Jamaica?
To do such a massive goal in a country that you don't live, yes, you're gonna have anxiety, especially when you don't know who you're actually getting into business with. But if you know who you're getting into business with and you actually trust the person that you're actually doing business with, it can be an easy flow. For me, it was easy. Working with my uncle out here was very easy. And as I said to you, I didn't do this by myself. None of it I've done by myself.
You had a team of people.
I had a team of people working with. I've had persons who actually did my transactions for me, sending the money home, multiple people, because back then working and paying workers out here, there's only so much money that you could actually send through Western Union. Back then I know nothing about wiring.
So you had to have people, different people.
Yes, sending the money for you. And of course, there's only so much that I could send personally before Western Union would crack down and said, you reach your limit and you can't send
Why are you
money.
sending so much money?
Exactly, but I keep telling them, I'm building. Do you want me to show you my invoices? I'm building. So yes, anxiety does kick in. But if you're comfortable working with the persons doing your business on this side, it's much more easier for you. So I was not faced with the anxiety of wanting to build a house out here at all. Like I said, I know what I wanted.
Trustworthy person.
Yes.
And you were in on the action all the way.
All the way.
So the next thing now is persons being anxious, but were you impacted by negativity, and why weren't you impacted? If you weren't?
No, I was never impacted by the negativity, because everywhere you go in the world, there's always gonna be bad things happening in every country. It doesn't matter where you go. For me, Jamaica, I always wanted to come back here because remember, I left here when I was very young.
Wait, let's do that over.
All right. So I was never impacted by the negative things that they have to say about Jamaica. Because for me, I always wanted to come back home to live, because I still haven't lived as an adult
in Jamaica.
So my goal was to go to America, work, achieve my goal set, and come back and live. I wanted to come back before I actually get too old and not being able to enjoy Jamaica and what I've actually set myself to work for, come back and enjoy. That I wanted to experience. So even if they have anything bad to say about Jamaica, look at America.
Not Belarus, right?
So,
and in fact,
you never paid that much mind.
No, I never let the negative stop me from wanting to come home. No.
Quite a lot of our audience reach out to us, documented Jamaicans living overseas. Quite a number of them ready to come home.
Yeah.
And can't wait. What is it about America, or not only America, Canada, UK? You feel why so many Jamaicans in the diaspora are so anxious to return back to Jamaica?
The cold?
The cold.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God. The cold is definitely one.
Oh my God, it is so cold. And you know, for me, every winter I find myself so miserable. And I was like, God, I just can't wait to finish this house. I can't wait to go home. I can't wait to go home. So I keep working. I said, one day I'm gonna finish this house, and as soon as I'm done, I'm out. I'm out.
You mentioned that because you're in Jamaica right now, but you're not staying on this property that you built.
No.
So your venture into real estate.
There must have been a
apart from this house.
All right. So while building this house, and planning to come back home, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be coming back home, but Airbnb is happening. Before Airbnb, I was thinking about having it as a villa, just a villa, not knowing anything about Airbnb.
Same.
Right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Adrian.
So I wanted to do bed and breakfast here, right? So I'm like, moving back home, what am I gonna do when I come back home? So then I started talking to Tanika about, let's turn this property into a business.
Tanika is your partner.
She's not only my business partner, she's my sister.
Yes. So you guys been friends since
Ninth grade.
high school?
Yes.
Since high school friends. I know you're grown.
We are grown adults, and we never part. Still at it. Business.
Very, very few people can say that they found what you found.
Oh my God, Tanika is heaven sent. I am blessed, not lucky. Blessed to have a friend like her.
She's a sweetheart. Actually, I met her at Trop's investment event. That's where I met Tanika. Then immediately, she told us about her business here, and she told us about you as well. It struck up right from there.
Yes, we met in high school, and we stay in contact ever since.
So you mentioned that you guys went into finding other properties.
Yes, we did. We bought a property in Montego Bay at Ocean Spring, and we bought it and said we're gonna try the rental market while working on this. So that was our first experience in buying real estate in Jamaica, and we were very excited when we found out about it. And then we started planning on how we're gonna set it up, start shopping online. Once she's the one who did all the paperworks, and she came here, get pre-approved, and then sign up for the property. The property was not yet finished, but of course we get excited. I get excited, very excited, because now I get to buy stuff online to start shipping and trying to, picture how the living room gonna look, how the bedroom gonna look,
decoration,
everything.
Like this place was beautifully done.
Believe me. And again, guys, you need to watch the tour video of this property. Link will be in the description. Check it out.
Yeah, so from there on, she was like, are you sure you want to do this? I said, yes, girl, let's do it. Let's get on Airbnb. And she was like, okay. She flew down, boom, get all the paperwork done. We did all the payment that needs to be made. And we sit back and waited 2 years for the property to be built.
Awesome.
And it's this conversation now pushes me to another concept, building real estate. Sometimes as Jamaican,
you mean, right?
Yeah.
You mean building real estate capital? Are you're
So sometimes as Jamaicans, we are very ambitious. We want to be by ourselves. But to be quite honest, in our immediate circumstances, we can't. Some of us need to combine our forces, like how the Indian and the Syrians and the Chinese and like what they do. But sometimes we find ourselves being so I want to be by myself. This is mine. That we don't know. We have lost the opportunity to build capital together.
Oh yeah, me and
as
her
family,
together,
as friends, as us share business partners.
We share everything together. Her ideas, my ideas combined together. That's how we came up about Mosaic.
Nice.
The name Mosaic. She's the founder of Mosaic, and I'm the co-founder of Mosaic. She's the one who organized all this.
I see she's very good behind the scenes in terms of the tech stuff, the website.
Yes.
She's very good with that.
She's hands-on on that. I'm pretty much like, what's next? And she be like, what's next? And we get to it as best friends.
To be honest,
as a team.
Working together.
She said to me that, she know you were in this situation, you really wanted to go home, So she really pushed because of you too. You know?
Yes, she loved Jamaica, you know. She's always here.
Clearly, because that's what I met her volunteering at a conference.
Trust me, she is the community girl. She loves everything about community. She likes to get it together, keep it together, and run it together.
Yes.
And that's just what we do as friends, is we combine our ideas, our goals, our dreams, and we
Make it possible.
each other's goal and dreams together.
Right.
And we've met so many persons who have not only been able to achieve their goals, but they achieve their goals as a group of strangers.
Yeah.
No, we're best friends.
You know her, but
Since
we've
ninth grade.
literally met persons who come together with a common goal. They don't know each other from nowhere.
No.
And them come together as business partners, and they form this community, and with trust in the middle,
Yes.
they've been able to expand, and they've garnered wealth into real estate in Jamaica. I'm telling you. So there is beauty in partnership, there is beauty in business, and we must start thinking about it, because real estate is not only just me, myself, and I am a family.
It's
but
togetherness.
it's business.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And it's investment.
It
met a
can
guy,
happen.
We met Delano as well at Trump's event.
Yeah.
And Delano built out this company where he's bringing investors together.
Right.
Simple, common people
Yes.
with 100,000.
Wanting to
One
invest
one
together.
common goal in
10
mind: real estate wealth.
Yeah, 10 people come together and being able to buy hotels, because a lot of hotels are here in Jamaica, on the north coast in Negril and so on, being sold out to foreigners.
Yes.
Jamaicans might want to take advantage, but
Individually, they can't.
Right, so they come together as a
It takes a
collective.
unity. It
Yes.
takes what did you say?
Yeah.
It takes a village
Yes,
coming together,
Right.
to form a group who wants to achieve
Correct.
together and
Correct.
make it happen.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is about drive, determination. It's also about vision. It's also about knowing value. So you were driven to invest in Jamaica because of your particular circumstances.
Yes.
But sometimes a lot of persons leave Jamaica and they don't view Jamaica as a place where they can invest. They view Jamaica as the place that they've left behind.
No.
And it's only when they've seen persons in the diaspora like yourself, through videos like this, who have done the investment over the years, who have invested in Hopewell when Hopewell never did nothing.
Right.
And now you can reap the benefit.
Yes.
Of not only
Happily.
not only would you have reaped the benefit if anybody built nothing,
Yes.
you could have sell it back for almost times what you bought it for. But now you have property that's so valuable, and you have a business
Yes.
that can bring in income.
Yes.
Right?
let me ask you. So you're a partner. You met him here in Jamaica?
No, we met back in the US.
Back in the US. He mentioned that one of his main driving forces actually coming back to Jamaica was actually through our content.
He been following you guys for a very long time.
Man, it's so crazy. So he was wanting to come home. So you came home before him?
No, he came home before me.
Before?
Yes.
When did he return?
He returned 2 years now.
2 years ago. Okay, so he said, he'd been watching our content and seeing what's going on in the real estate market, and we actually gave him the confidence to return home. And it is so
Yes.
amazing. It's so humbling.
We are,
you
yes,
know?
we are always very humbled, because too much negativity is spread around everything. Sometimes we need to create a wholesome picture. Negativities exist, but we must create a good picture of what's happening. And the fact is that there's nowhere in the world without negativity.
Exactly.
But the opportunity here
Yes,
is
yes.
being missed by Jamaicans.
Yes.
And
Based
I don't
on
want
what
to
they
sound...
think they hear.
But not only that, but based off of our own interpretation. I've been talking to so many persons, and they have a perception of what Jamaica was in their mind when they left it.
Think it's
They
the
left
same.
Jamaica as nothing. I left nothing there. And they don't realize that you left everything here.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
opportunity, I'm not saying that you should not leave, you could not leave, yes.
Leave
the
and
opportunity
make
to
your
come,
money.
go
Come on,
on,
make your
because the
money
world
and
is
come
big.
back home.
But know that there is value everywhere, including Jamaica. And then sometimes we overlook Jamaica, we overlook the value that we could have gotten. And sometimes you are overlooked Jamaica, but persons all around the world, in the other part of the world, hemisphere, see Jamaica, come down here, and already have a piece of Jamaica rock, and you have none of your barn here. In fact,
I've always
sometimes,
wanted to come back.
Teresa, we have family lands. Our family owned the land. You know how big that is? Our family owned the land and we did nothing with it. In fact, we did more than that. We left it. And then other persons took it. And then by the time we must look back, so, you know what my grandfather did? Oh, it's gone.
Adverse possession. They take
Adverse possession. And the people who adversely possessed it is millionaires.
After all these years, the lot beside it ended up being resold. And Tanika ended up
Buying it.
being able to buy it.
I'll tell you what. So the owner reached out to me and asked me if I know anybody who could clean it up for him. So I said, yes, I do. And he asked me when. I said, as soon as I find somebody,
You can let him know.
I could let him know and then he could talk to them. So I
The
called him
person
back.
was in Jamaica or overseas?
Overseas.
Overseas.
So I said, let me call him back. So I text him. I said, can you talk? He said, yes. I said, what you doing with the land? He said, he's selling it. I said, stick up in. We wanted to buy.
Oh, wow.
Now we're going nowhere further.
No, 13 million.
13 million. The prime sell it for the price.
Between 13
Going
and 15.
price,
I want
yeah.
to say it's about $15 million that we pay for it. I can't remember. I've talked to Tanika. But God worked it out where Tanika is always looking. She's a Portland girl. She loves Portland.
Portland is nice.
Yes.
Portland is nice.
She loves Portland, but Portland is beautiful, but it's also far away, and I'm here.
Yeah.
So it just worked out that if she get peace here, she'll take it. If she get peace in Portland,
She'll take it.
she's gonna
Feels
run with
like
Portland.
you know.
I was just
Yeah.
about to say
Feels
that.
like Portland.
It gives me a feel like Portland.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
And one of the beauties is I used to work in Hanover, like every month or every so I would have to drive through, go and work in Lucy and so forth. So I used to always drive by the coast, and I'm telling you, when I'm driving by, it's a sense of peace.
The nicest feeling.
Nice.
It's a nice sense of peace driving along the coast. And
Nice.
Jamaica coastline is so nice.
It's beautiful. It
Jamaica
is.
itself is nice. And I want to applaud you. I think that the way that you went, I want to applaud your family members too. Big up.
Yes.
Big up Teresa family, that you
Yes.
guys are honest.
Yes.
And you guys are true family, because there are persons who have had family and have not had your success.
Yes.
But I think what I can say is what we've always been saying. You have to have your full hand and heart into your investment.
Yes.
So if you're going to invest in the stock market, you're promising yourself that I'm putting this money away and I don't have to do a thing.
Right.
But if you're buying land and you're building, buying land and buying house is easy, because you can go to a real estate agent. It's quickly 1, 2. You just follow the steps. It's a
Yes.
step
Guess
process.
what? You did mention something about, and you were following the development.
Since I heard about it about 5 years before the breakdown.
Yes.
And I could not wait
Yes. Oh, God.
to buy into it. And I wait and I ask all the time, when is it gonna break ground? And it actually break ground. I watched the day when they actually put it up on Instagram,
Yes.
saying that they break
ready
it
now?
ground, it's ready for
Yeah.
sale. And I was ready to buy, And I was talking to someone in the family, and they'd be like, I don't think that area is a good area to buy into. And honestly, I took it and I run with it. And I took the money and put it in the stock market. And
Oh my God.
half of it is gone in the
Half
stock
of the
market.
garden stock market. Listen.
Can I tell you how much people we talked to on the phone when said the same
Same thing. So them families say it's not a good area.
No.
You're not gonna like it. It don't fit you.
I'm still,
Me not care.
Yeah.
$15 million pound of money fit me.
Yeah.
Even if me no want to live there.
Look here.
It's
We
double
went,
Yeah,
we did a tour.
Yeah,
We
basically.
double. Oh, yeah.
more than double. We did a tour of Pyramid Point.
It's Pyramid Point or
Ocean Point.
Ocean Point.
We did a tour of Ocean Point back when it was being sold. It was around $16 million at the time.
15.8.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
the cheapest you can get one reselling right now is around $39 million.
Yes.
If you had bought that and leave it,
Yes.
just cut.
Yep.
I wouldn't even have to
yard.
rent. I wouldn't even have to rent it. I would
Exactly.
just
Just leave it.
leave it. Yeah.
You make your money triple. compared to you
Yes.
buying on the stock market.
Yes.
And that's why I always say to persons like, persons call me, I want to buy. But you have so much fear and so much anxiety that you would not make the step. Me send them listings after listings after listings. Look at this, look at that, look at this. Sometimes them just don't even respond. I'm like, are you ready? Yes or no? Because if you ready for buy, me ready for sell.
Yes.
Me can get your property. Are you ready though?
Buying in Jamaica is very exciting.
Yeah.
For me.
You think so too?
For you, but
Yes.
some persons are not so excited. Some persons rely. Let me, in a nutshell, give you Jamaican real estate. We start only living in the world. I'm not saying that they can't, but more than likely, about 80% chance that you will never have growth like this in Jamaican real estate where you are in the world.
Exactly.
Especially if you're in one of them big cities there. You can never invest your money in real estate and get the type of return that you would in Jamaica. So when you are looking for buying a community and a community is at groundbreaking stage,
Like with pyramids.
right?
Like,
Ocean
Point
Point is perfect example.
with some developments now that we
Perfect
have
example,
that we
Ocean
talk
Point.
about, and it's in development stage. I want to come, I want to say, you know, my family say it's not a good fit for me. I'm like,
Yes.
well, I think
That
in the
can
next
happen.
2 years, when you can put $10 million on your money, it's a good fit for you.
Of course.
Even if you don't live
If you
here.
don't live there, that's the thing.
Yes.
We keep
Yes.
telling people.
Yeah.
There's a whole. I seen a couple that came to us just recently. They wanted Lancewood. Mind you, one unit popped up back on the market because it was sold out, but one sale collapsed, so one unit became available. And because we've been selling the development, we have a relationship with them, so we ended up being able to
Offer that
lot. The people them hesitate, we don't know. And one person say them watch my YouTube video where them say in the house small. But at the end of the day,
You could extend.
1,100 square feet is 1,100 square feet. You don't have a big 1,100 square feet versus a small 1,100 square feet. It's the same.
Our apartment is 1,100 square feet and I live in it comfortably. Yes.
Right, so they hesitated and they eventually came, they flew in, and by them flew in and ready to put their offer in, it's already gone. Somebody else took it.
Yeah, basically.
You know, so, I mean...
I always say to persons, I can't understand it because you will go and buy a car after that right now. You take a loan, buy a car, drive it around comfortably, buy a car, and you can. But wait on the car can mash up as you drive it out of the dealership, and the insurance company can look at you and say, "I am not paying you 100% because of various reasons."
You lose.
If you drive that car for 2 years and decide to sell it, you can't sell it for the price that you bought it for.
Yeah.
You have to sell it for less. But you're willing to invest all that into a car, but you're not willing to invest into a land or a house. And I'm saying that at the very most, if you buy this property today and Duppy come and kick you next year, and you say, me no want it no more, and you sell it, you're getting money, you're breaking even. You're either getting the same amount of money you paid for it or you're getting more. And there's no other investment out there that you can get that in.
Right.
And people ready there buy, people ready there buy car and jewelry and clothes, and you mentioned that you spent your money in partner. Take the partner and chew a yard. Well, you are living in the place that you are, you're living, earning the money, and you have nothing to show for it. And then you're still comfortable. And this is the wake-up call that it is possible for you to be over there and build and live. I mean, no, say it hard, but then guess what?
I'm not living comfortable over there either.
Yeah.
Can I tell you that over the years of living in America, I've never spent my money in renting expensive places.
Yeah.
I rent where I could pay less for because I know I have to build this house. And it doesn't make any sense for me to go and rent an expensive house, putting all my money into rent, and I know I have this monster to finish.
Guys, the girl that used to know nice things, you know, because coming here, just looking how she operates.
Oh yeah.
She know nice things, but she live
1 second, sorry. There's a gentleman downstairs calling her.
Really need them to know this.
Yeah. Yeah.
While living in the state, I wasn't able to live the luxury life in the state, because once you have a goal set and you have to achieve it, you're not able to be living in a fancy apartment. You're not able to buy fancy furnitures. You're not able to buy fancy clothes, and you're not able to be partying every week with your friends. I mean, working over there, I wasn't able to be partying, because if I'm gonna party, it means that I'm gonna have to get my hair done, I'm gonna have to get my nails done, and I'm gonna have to be buying the trending clothes.
Yeah.
And I need that money to buy block and steel, right? I have a fortnight to pay at the end of every 2 weeks, so I wasn't able to do that. I also downsized on living in nice apartments. I actually lived in basement apartment. Okay, I wasn't living in a upstairs
penthouse or
fancy house, right? I would rent a house and I would share it with 6-8 people, sharing kitchen and bathroom, because I know personally that if I'm gonna be finishing this house here in Jamaica, I cannot be paying $2,000 a month in rent in America. So I have to downsize and have myself living in a room, sharing a twin bed on the left, twin bed on the right. I'm actually renting a bed and not a room, because if I'm gonna be paying rent for a room, a whole room, it means that I'm going to be paying about $1,200 a month for rent, while I can pay only $600 a month for rent, and I need all that money to send here to finish this house. So I wasn't in America living any luxury life.
But now you're able to earn from the investment.
You're in the perfect place. You'd want to be on the waterfront here in Jamaica, living your best life.
Of course, and that's why I worked so hard so long, because I needed to finish this house before I was too old to come home and actually enjoy what Jamaica really have to offer. I see everybody coming out here, filming, going to places, enjoying themselves, and I'm like, when am I going to be able to live? When am I going to be able to do this?
Well, I guess that's one the big difference between you and a lot of other people. A lot of people don't view Jamaica as somewhere to live.
Oh no.
They're like,
oh no. Not only the tourists should be able to
enjoy
come out
Jamaica
here and enjoy Jamaica. I mean, you've been in America and working so long and hard in the cold rain, sun, sleet, shine. You still have to go to work. You can't call out and say, oh, it's too cold outside. You have to put on all your jacket, put on whatever you need to put on, or else your job is gone.
And go to work. I really love your story. I love where you're coming from. I love that you show that it is possible. And the other persons that we've met that have done it, and I'm not saying that there are not challenges, but what I was saying before we took a little break a while ago is that challenges happen in life.
Always.
And we have to overcome our challenges.
It was never easy.
Yeah.
It was never easy.
So challenge is not a barrier.
No. Once you have your mind set to what you want to achieve, you can. It doesn't matter how hard it gets. You're gonna want to give up. A lot of times I want to give up. I paused on this house for years, not having the motivation, because it's so hard to pay for material. It's so hard to work. A lot of times the work is not available for you to do. You have to just forget about it for this year and just move on. And then again, somebody would call and be like, Teresa, what are you doing? I was like, oh my God, it's so hard. What are you talking about? It's so hard. It doesn't build overnight. It's gonna take time. And I would get that motivation again and keep going at it. And like I said, I never did this by myself. I mean, I have my best friend Tanika, who helped me tremendously. I mean, if anything needs to get done, she would actually take time off from work and actually fly out here and see that everything is done.
Because you could not be here.
I mean, so
I know that you can be here. You're seeing all that. Everybody's seeing all that. You know, all that was achieved.
Can you believe
over the years of hard work?
Building a house and never been on the property?
Wow. Yes.
For years.
I mean, it's a blessing that you'll be able to come back home.
Oh my God.
I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could have gotten your documentation.
It wasn't that easy based on my circumstances of how I actually was there. I know that I have to work and be out
Yes.
and
yes.
be gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Pretty
So I did it morning, noon, night.
Yeah.
2 hours sleep, 3 hours sleep. Sometimes I don't go home. There's one point where I did work 36 hours straight.
What?
So let me ask you, before, I mean, we spoke a lot about your life overseas, but
Yeah.
we just want to talk more about your life here in Jamaica now.
Oh, it's
Yes.
beautiful.
How's your life here been?
Coming home was, let me see, I've been wanting to come home for years, but each time I plan to come home, there's always something else that needs to get done, right? There's always like, oh my God, we need to get the pool done,
Yeah.
we need to get the solar system installed. It's always something. I need to work another year. And then after a while, my body was just not having it. My mind wasn't having it. I couldn't do it a day longer. Mentally, I couldn't.
Let it go.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't do it because I've already gone over my limit of staying over there mentally. And then after a while, it started to caving in on me and be like, what are you doing? You're living like this. And you have had the chance to get this already. Be satisfied with what you have now and then start a new chapter. Go home and try to see what else you could accumulate being young and moving back home. So me coming here was very, very exciting for me.
Yes.
I actually
When
came.
you still had vegan vitality.
Yes.
Pretty young, yeah.
Yes.
You know, a lot of persons,
Yes.
they don't have
Yes.
the luxury like you.
Yes.
They come back home at 60, 70 years old. So
I wasn't gonna have that.
Yeah.
I'm 45 now.
Yes.
And I wanted to come home since I was 40.
Yeah.
It did.
You put on the pool and the solar
Yes,
system.
yes.
So,
I get a few
More
more
things done.
important
Yeah,
things
yeah.
done within the 5 years.
Yeah.
So it was okay
was
to
good.
just take that 5
But
years.
no, it's done.
But it's done. I couldn't do it. Honestly, I just couldn't do it. My
were
body,
done.
I was aching every single day in the cold. My body hurts. I would go home and stay in the shower as long as I can, as hot
oh God. Yeah.
as I could turn the knob. Just
That's why when
They
people
got
have them
defrost.
things, they must let people with them things.
Yeah.
No, but that's sometimes
yes.
when I see people with them
Yes.
things,
Yes.
work for your own and leave people with them things.
Yes, it's
And
very
even
hard.
your partner too, he lived in the UK before
He did. He lived in the UK. His
Yeah.
goal as well
Was to come
was
back
also
here.
to come back home.
Man.
So he started visiting Jamaica
Yeah.
and realized that, okay, I have to buy a land, I have to build a house. And he just buy his land,
He
build
has
his house.
multiple real estate right now.
Yes, he does. He
Let me
does.
tell you.
For Jamaica,
he
he's
runs
where
one
he
of
finds
the one of the
peace.
bigger real estate
Yes.
Instagram pages right
Yes,
now.
he
He's
does.
behind the scene.
He is.
But one of those big pages on
Yes.
Instagram is his properties. He's him and his friend them properties.
And he likes to
you know?
stay.
Yeah, behind the scene.
Yes.
That's him.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you,
Yes.
persons, nothing like Jamaica, you know? I mean, Jamaica is not perfect. I mean, not tell you that Jamaica perfect, you know, but then
love
nowhere in
it
the world
here.
isn't perfect.
Love it. It
And
feels so good to be home.
Persons wait a really long time because they're saying, oh, nothing is here. And how often do you guys come back? You weren't even here.
Never.
But you had eyes and ears on the ground.
Yes.
You couldn't be here, but you were here doing the cameras and you were
Yes.
here to see everything.
Yes,
And
yes.
one of the things, and I want to get this point out too, one of the way that you said when you couldn't be here, and the age of cameras came about, you used that route. But when you could have installed your camera, then
I
see the work
installed
while going, you do that too.
four
instruct
cameras.
them.
4
You
cameras.
clearly know nice things.
Yes.
You know
4 cameras
where you
in each
want.
room.
I mean, so where you get inspiration from to do this?
Even to tile this house.
Yeah.
I'm a tile installer. I have a tiling business in America.
Yeah. Okay.
I've run my tiling business over there for 15 years. I've been tiling for 21 years.
So you yourself can lay tile too?
Of course I can.
Okay. So that's why the tile is so nice.
I did not lay one tile in this house.
Yeah.
But what I did was, it was the hardest decision for me to get this house tiled.
Yeah.
My partner was the one who insist that I get it tiled before I come. He was like, why wait? I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to find anybody to tile it the way I want it to tile. And he was like, no, you can't. So we started interviewing different tilers. And I found one person that I click with right away because he speaks the tile language exactly how I want to hear it. Exactly. So I was like, okay, he's the one.
He's the one.
Like, oh my God, like
nerve-wracking.
What?
Because this is what you're into.
Yes.
So if you're coming in do good,
I'm gonna go nuts.
The tile work in here
it's beautiful. I mean,
oh my God.
I cannot. I saw him the other day and I was like, to be honest with you, I keep looking for something and I just can't find anything. I said the only thing that I didn't like is that some of the tiles are still dirty because
they have the growth.
They leave a little bit of growth on the edges. And that's the least. But thank God, like I was having sleepless night trying to make my mind up. Should I get this whole style before I come home? And it was almost a no.
But sometimes it's good to trust.
Yes, I did let go. And I did
the process.
And that's when I started installing cameras in every single room. We have every room has 4 cameras.
Wow.
So there's a time where you saw a guy doing something and you never liked it, and you call him.
All the time. All the time. Before they actually come to start working, my uncle would prep them.
Yes.
My friend Gavin would prep them. Bonnie will prep them. There's cameras everywhere.
They
gotta know.
It's gonna be seen
that I'm watching everything right through.
So they know what to expect. They know what to expect.
If I see anything that's not happening the way it's supposed to, I call them on. So we were talking about when the place was tiling. That I have 4 cameras in every room, so I could look to see exactly what he's doing. What I try to do with him in the morning time is whichever room he's going to start, I try to do the layout with him because I want to make sure that the layout is exactly how I want to see it. Because out here they do different things.
Yes, you have different ways of doing it, and I like that approach. Because if you have a strategy, I hear tiny foot coming. Tiny feet. Sorry. I was corrected, okay? Comment section, I was corrected. Tiny feet.
Yeah.
All right, Carrie.
Carrie, you're ready for we know. I'll do a little quick wrap up now, But generally speaking, but guys, if you want to book the Mosaic Luxury Villa, right? Link is in the description box. All right.
Come and enjoy.
Or go to www.mosaicluxuryvilla.com.
Yes. And don't forget to support. One of the things that we wanted to come from this was the fact that these are Jamaicans providing these services, and everything basically included in here is expats and Jamaicans on the ground working, building their business, putting themselves out there and offering spectacular service to Jamaicans.
Yes, of course. And of course, if you need realtors to help you along your real estate journey, don't forget to reach out to us. Right? We are one, so whether you reach out to Kias, I reach out to me, one team, the Delpratt family. All right?
When sometimes we're talking to one person and them call and you're like, hi. I'm like, okay, yeah man. Don't worry, I can't do that. It's like a continuation of the conversation and they're like shocked, okay? I wasn't talking to you, but I'm happy that we've come to the same conclusion.
Thank you guys for coming and helping us to get Mosaic Luxury Villa out there. And showing other Jamaicans that it's all possible.
Possible, definitely.
It's definitely all possible. It doesn't matter your circumstances. Once you have your goals set and your mind set to achieve those goals, it is very possible. And
I'm here to reiterate that because we've been meeting so many persons, and watch out for those videos because those videos are coming with other Jamaicans who are doing great things, because I think that the perception is out there that when people say great things happening in Jamaica, that it's not Jamaicans doing it, but that's not far from true. We don't have good things.
We do things to man, for real.
We start from ground coming up and we're not teeth for doing that. We work hard,
very hard.
Yes.
Yeah man, so thank you all for watching. And thank you, Teresa,
Yes,
for
sir.
opening doors to us.
Yes.
You're doing
Thank you very much.
a
Thank you.
marvelous
Thank you
job.
very much.
Your Airbnb reviews them
Yes.
up.
Oh,
Your
yes.
guest favorite. But
Yeah.
notice you know, see, your guest favorite. And we alone a guest favorite.
Oh,
Your
we
guest
love
favorite too.
our guests. We take
Yeah,
the
man.
best care of them from
Yeah.
they come off the airplane.
yes.
We
Yes.
pick them up from the airport. We take them here.
Good.
We take very good care of them, and we take them right back to the
So
airport.
Teresa, so tell me,
Yeah.
you do such a wonderful job, and you still have that one guest that gonna leave a 4-star review.
Oh
How that
my
make you feel?
God. You know, sometimes it kind of be like it doesn't matter what you do, you just can't please everybody.
Then just can't that one guest.
And it's one
That
guest.
one guest.
Yes, we
You're
have
not gonna leave.
one guest
Because
that leave
for
a
you to
4-star.
have like a 4.95
Yes.
rating, we know that
It's one
you're that
guest.
one guest.
And,
Give you a
and
4
you know
star.
what she wanted?
What?
She wanted more towels.
So she could have called.
She wanted more towels. She wished that we would given her more towels. We have given them more than enough towels.
I'm sure, Mr. Guys, every time I call her, she answers. She never miss a call from me
And
yet.
I don't miss a call.
Professional host this.
And I don't miss a message. I get back to my guest within less than 5 minutes.
Yes, yes.
Like, there's no guest that has
You're
to
a
wait
professional
over 5
host.
minutes.
Like me, I saw mistake too.
Yes, yes. I don't like to have them waiting. I don't want them
Yes.
to wait. I want to get to them right away.
Right away.
Yes.
Me feel good. You know, me say, hey, you know, me have a question. Bam, she answer me.
That's what
You
I'm
know?
going to always do.
Yeah. Big up yourself.
I'm going to
Big up
always
yourself.
answer
Big up
you.
yourself.
Good.
Yes, you're
That
never
is
going
good.
to text and not get me. You're never
Yeah.
going to call and
That
not
is
get me.
Awesome,
that is
awesome.
and you'll get a prompt
Yes,
reply.
yes.
So I want to thank you very much.
Yep.
Miss Campbell.
Yes.
You know my
Name it. Yeah.
You know,
Thank you guys. It was
you know that my great grandfather come from Hanover.
my grandfather's from Hanover.
Sure, man. I don't know where, but mostly Hanover.
I know you met another gentleman where they come from.
That is true.
Negro didn't come from.
No, he was somewhere close to
Okay.
here, and he's like, oh, you know, our family is really from the same place. So
Okay.
big up the Campbells wherever you
Yeah.
are, especially when you come from Hanover. We just very related.
Yeah.
Yes, it's all just pretty right?
Cheers and
But
thank you.
anyways, thank you
Thank
very much for making
Yes.
yourself available and for
Yes.
being an inspiration to other Jamaicans out there.
Yep.
Thank you very much for watching the Delpratt Family channel.
Yep.
Give us a big thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe, and if you're not subscribed, don't know which one.
Yes, guys, you gotta subscribe.
All right.
Turn on the post notification
Guys,
bell, the setting and
I
on.
want to take a picture of the dove.
You want to
Wanna
take a
take a
picture?
picture?
Ah, come. Jaden behind the camera. Jaden behind the camera, guys.
Jaden is our cameraman. He's
The
sweating
camera,
over there.
the actual camera went dead, so right now we're using the phone to wrap up, and Jaden has all the camera.
Thank you
So
very much for your service.
thank you, Jaden. Yeah, man.
Thank you.
So we out, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Until next
Yep.
time, subscribe.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Let me get this AC.
Yeah.